This is Professor Stephen Litch in Principles of Economics talking about the circular flow diagram, which is the simplest model we have of how the economy operates. The economy has two sectors to it, or two different groups. On one side are businesses, which we also call firms. Businesses exist for the purpose of taking inputs and converting them into goods and services that families and households want to consume. So that's the other group in the economy, the households, normal people. They wake up in the morning, they go to work, they get income which they want to purchase, which they want to spend on goods and services. Okay, now the economy has two markets in it. On the one side is a market for goods and services. This refers to all the things that people want to consume. So it includes bread, it includes haircuts, it includes everything that normal people want to purchase. Okay, businesses are in the job of producing these goods and services for households. The other market in the economy is for the factors of production. These are all the inputs that businesses use in order to produce goods and services. So let's think of that bakery that I talked about, the bread I talked about. Bread is one of these goods that households want to consume, but it needs to be produced somewhere. It's produced by a bakery. That's a type of firm. And the bakery requires inputs into production. It requires wheat. It requires the time of the baker. It requires an oven and a store. All of those are the factors of production, the inputs into making the bread. Okay, all factors of production are owned by households. Again, all those inputs into making the bread belonged to someone. The baker owned the baker's time, and then the baker sold that time, that labor, to the bakery, and in exchange received some wages. The flour, someone owned the flour that was converted into bread, and so the bakery gives money to the owner of that flour, the farmer who grew the wheat. The store, the oven, all of those belong to somebody, and the bakery is renting them or buying them from the person who owned those factors of production. Okay, so to summarize that again, all the factors of production are owned by households. Households then give those to businesses, and businesses convert those factors of production into the goods and services, which then the businesses sell to households. So this is one of the circles through which goods flow. Okay. At the same time, money is flowing in the opposite direction. So the businesses are buying these factors of production from households, and that goes to the households as income. The people think of that as their wages, their salaries, or income they get from selling wheat, flour to the bakery, income they get from renting the store or the machinery to the bakery. So households get their money by selling or renting the factors of production, and then with this money, they purchase the goods and services. All right, so this is the circular flow diagram. And